Hello everyone, this is Professor Maloney, and today I'm creating our last video demonstration recording for this summer B term at the Homestead campus. So congratulations, if you made it this far, that means you're obviously going to get a grade in this class. Half of you or more, well more for sure, will get an A in this class. So congratulations for sure to those of you getting an A in the class. You worked extremely hard. And then less than half the class will get a B, C, D, or F grade. I'm not going to explain those anymore, but everyone understands because you've been hearing me for 5 weeks now, or really 4.5 weeks, since this is the last. This will be played in class on July 20th, the last day of week, with 1 week to go in the class, because I don't want to say it the last week of week 5.5. For a 5.5 week term, this is 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks will be Wednesday, July the 20th when I'm playing this. But anyway, so you do know though, if you're still trying to make up work, you can only make up Microsoft Access now. And Access work with a 20% penalty is due at 5:19 p.m. on Wednesday, July 27th, which is the last day of class. So you can't make up Access work beyond Wednesday, July 27th, and also beyond 5:19 p.m. If you send me an email, literally at 5:20 p.m. on the last day of class, Wednesday the 27th of July, and you say, Professor, I honestly had the worst internet outage ever today. I'm so sorry, and I was making up my Access work, and then I lost it, and my computer died, and I'll say, sorry, you know, that's why you had 2 full weeks to do your Microsoft Access work, okay? And of course, at this point, you can't make up Excel. So I hope the 7 of you, well, 5, 6, or 7 of you that I was talking about in class for the last week and a half or so, you know, that didn't finish Excel on time, and also didn't finish it with the 1 week 20% late penalty submission deadline. That, you know, anyway, so we're at the end of the term, bottom line. So if you're still making up work, it's only Microsoft Access, and you'll get a 20% penalty on each of the training activities if you submit them up until Wednesday, July 27th at 5:19 p.m. Now that date, Wednesday, July 27th at 5:19 p.m. is also the due date for your PowerPoint lessons, the 4 lessons, the projects, which are 3 PowerPoint projects. They're all due the same day, time, Wednesday, July 27th at 5:19 p.m. But in the case of PowerPoint, you can't make it up. Why? Because PowerPoint is due in this class on the last day of class. When is the last day of class? The last day of class is Wednesday, July 27th. So there's no makeup option. There's no 20% penalty option with PowerPoint, and you can't submit it after 5:19 p.m. on Wednesday the 27th. So please make sure, do not send me a, Professor, in addition to not doing Access, I forgot that PowerPoint, or I thought that PowerPoint wasn't due until 11:59 p.m. on the last day of class. Oh, really? Or I thought the last day of class was Friday. Well, gee whiz, this is a Monday, Wednesday class. So how's the last day of class Friday? No excuses. So make sure you do the work. All right, enough of that stuff. So let's get over and start doing our work. So let me share our screen. Excuse me. Share. All right, hide that. Make sure I am recording. Yes, yes, yes. My voice is at the top of that. I'm on 100%. Yes, I am. And I stopped at sharing, showing me, but I'm sharing my screen, showing this. Okay, so let's go over to student start here. And students click here now. And let's just hop to it. So I don't want to get into showing over and over and over again all this same stuff. So you know that Excel, as an example, the late submission penalty end time is July 20th. Excuse me. I don't know why the heck that's. Oh, that was the exam, because that one's based on the exam time. It's exactly 7 days, and the exam was due 9/20. But everything else, like it was due at 5:19 p.m. for module 4 training. So the late submission has now ended because you're now in class. When I show this video, it's Wednesday, July the 20th, and I won't be showing it till about 5:25 p.m., which means this thing here, this date and time here, is now over by 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 minutes. And the same with all the others. I hover on the module 3 training, it's the same thing, 5:19 p.m. on the 20th is the late submission. Hover on this project, same thing, July 20th, 5:19. So I'm not going to keep hovering on them all, okay? And access, I said, is the last thing that could be submitted late. There's no projects for access, but this, if you hover on the L, we'll say it's due the 27th, but with a 20% penalty, right? All right, so then if I go back up to PowerPoint and I go into like module 1, training due the 27th at 5:19 p.m., but there's no little circle with an L in it, a blue L, because there are no late opportunities for PowerPoint. Same with the PowerPoint projects. They're all due and no late submissions allowed. When are they due? July 27th. When on July 27th? 5:19 p.m. So, excuse me, even at 5:20 p.m., literally 5:20 p.m., you would not be able to upload anything. So make sure you understand that, please. All right, so let's go to PowerPoint Module 1 project and demonstrate doing roughly the first, half of the steps required, as I always do. Okay, so Module 1 project. Now, maximum number of submissions allowed is 3. I've shown this with the Word projects and also with the Excel projects. Each of them is the same way. So you get 3 submissions if you need them. Of course, if you make an A on it right away, then you don't need to do it again and again, unless, of course, you make a 90 and you want to make that 100 instead, right? But if you get, let's say, a 95, okay, and then you do it again to try to get a 96, to try to get 100, that might be pushing it a little bit, but they are free submissions, and only the highest will count. So anyway, you get 3 submissions total. Okay. And at this point, because we haven't done it, we have 3 remaining. Click Start to begin, right? All right. So when we do this, we get to this page, same page we've been on before. There's 3 columns, 1 for downloading files, 1 for saving our work, and then submitting it to Sam, because we're saving our work on our computers because these are projects. But then ultimately, we're going to save it to Sam by clicking here to browse for the file, this file, after we submit it. And say this one here will end in a number 2, not a number 1, but I'll explain that as we go along. And it's the same as we've been doing, same as what you did with Word. Well, hopefully you did, but some of you didn't. And same as you did with Excel. Well, again, 5, 6, or 7 of you did not do it. Well, hopefully everyone is submitting the PowerPoint projects to try to improve their grade. All right. Anyway, and then we upload it to Sam for grading, which is MindTap. All right. Okay, so we download the instructions file. We download the start file. We download the JPEG file. All right. All right. So they are all, downloaded. Now, I'm going to show you from downloads what they look like. So this first one is the JPEG file. The JPEG file is a picture file, right? And many of you have probably inserted picture files into PowerPoint presentations in the past. One of the reasons why PowerPoint is generally considered the second easiest part of this class is because PowerPoint, most students have at least some familiarity with PowerPoint. But if you don't, then obviously it's still based on the trainings that you do. So before you do Module 1 project, okay, you want to make sure that you do Module 1 training. And you should do it at least maybe 2 times before you attempt to do the project, because the project is exactly based on the training, okay? Then you go on, you do Module 2 training and do it at least twice, then try your first attempt at the Module 2 project, then go on to Module 3, do that training at least twice, then maybe try your first effort at the Module 3 project, and then depending on your scores on those projects, go back and redo your training, refresh, because remember, I say you should do the trainings 3, 4, 5, even 6 times. It depends on your knowledge, and also though, what kind of a grade you actually need. Some people need to make hundreds on everything. Well, PowerPoint, it's easier to make 100 than Word, most likely. But for sure, it's easier to make 100 in PowerPoint than Excel and Access. So for sure, PowerPoint should be somewhat easier, but make sure you do the trainings enough times, okay? So anyway, did I just download the instructions? I think I did. So now I'm going to download, oh, actually I downloaded, excuse me, everything. Let's go into our downloads. All right, so here's our start file. And here is the support file. That's the picture file. And here's the instructions, okay? So now I already have the picture file open. I just showed you that. So that's the picture file. At some point, you're going to be asked to insert this picture into your PowerPoint presentation, which is the one that has a P icon. That's PowerPoint. So of course, to do this on your computer, you need to have Microsoft Office on your computer, because Office includes PowerPoint even on Office for the Mac. Okay, so you're supposed to have Office 365 Pro Plus, and I demonstrated how to download that onto your computer. We talked about it many times in class. So if you don't have 365 Pro Plus, depending on how current your edition of Microsoft Office is on your computer, again, it must be on your computer for you to do it, then you're going to be losing some points. So if you have 365 Pro Plus, it will be easier to get 100. That's the point. And of course, half the class will make hundreds on these projects. For sure, the project demonstration projects, 3/4 of the class will make A's in terms of those that submit them. And out of the 3/4, for sure, half will make 100. All right. Okay. So I want to open the PowerPoint file. So I'm going to open it. Sorry. All right. Enable editing. All right. So there's our file. There's 7 slides in our file. Okay. 7 slides in the file. Let me make this smaller for now. And then let me open our Word document. Again, go to download, sorry. Open our Word document, which is the instructions file. And I'm going to enable editing. You don't technically need to on this one. All right, so what I'm going to do is what I always do, sort of make this thing here, bang it to the left, and so that I can see it bigger, and then open my PowerPoint and bang it to the right so that they take up more or less half the screen each, okay? All right, so on the left is my instructions. On the right is my start file. Now, in my instructions, let me make the instructions a little bit bigger just for now. Okay, so open the file sc_ppt19_1a_ first last name _1, and it's a pptx, which is a PowerPoint file. That's this file over here. So I've already opened it. Then it's saying save the file. So they want me to save it now that I've downloaded it. So I'm going to do File, Save As. Okay. Now you can let it go to your downloads if you want to. So you can let it go into downloads. All right. Or you can put it onto your desktop. You can put it in documents. It doesn't matter where you put it. Okay. But I'll put it in this summer B-term stuff. These are, of course, videos, but that's all right. So you see how it says SCPPT19_1A_ John Maloney _1. Yours, of course, will have your first and last name based on how you're registered at MindTap, how you're registered at Blackboard, so how you're registered at Miami-Dade College, in other words, okay? So they say save it with a number 2 at the end. And you notice how it says .pptx. Again, that's the file extension, but you don't add it. It says right over here, if you do not see the pptx file extension in the Save As dialog box, do not type it. The program will add the file extension for you automatically. Do you see it here? No, you won't see it on yours either, as long as you have Microsoft Office on your computer. If you do, it'll be recognized as the Save As type. So all you do is change this 1 at the end to a 2, okay? And of course, know where you're saving it. So I'm going to hit my save. So now I've saved it as a number 2, so it's done. Then they say to complete this project, you also need this one. You also need to download and save the following data files from the SAM website onto your computer. That's the JPEG picture. Okay, so the JPEG picture I already showed you, it's this one, right? So make sure that's on your computer. So you download the start file, which is on the right side of this computer screen. You download the instructions file, which is on the left side of my screen right now. And you download the JPEG file, which is in my taskbar. I'm just minimizing it, okay? All right, so that's that. Then it says, with the file, scppt191a underscore first last name underscore, now they're saying 2. That means after you save it. So that's mine. It says, ensure that your first and last name is displayed in the presenter notes on slide 1. So if you don't know anything about PowerPoint, underneath every slide, so underneath, these are all slides, underneath the slides, there are what they call a notes area. See, it says click to add notes. I'm on slide 5. Okay, click to add notes. I'm on 6. Click to add note. Here they've got a note. They typed in mention over 8,000 surveyed. All right. Number 4 has a speaker note in there. Number 3 doesn't. It says click to add notes. Number 2 doesn't. It says click to add notes. Number 1 has it. It says this file created specifically for John Maloney. This is the speaker notes area. So they're saying ensure that your first and last name is displayed in the presenter notes right down here. And of course it will be. But as I've said 100 times in this class, I know you would not cheat. And I'm thankful for that. Thank God you would not cheat. Because anyone that would cheat by just thinking, okay, I'll just change this name to my name, whatever my name is, you know, if you're just talking about yourself in class, because the name is not what matters, but the name has to tie in with what we call an embedded encryption key, which means it's a set of keys that uniquely identifies, in this case, this name, John Maloney, to my employee ID. In your case, it'll be uniquely identifying your name, your first and last name, to your unique student ID, okay? And it's hidden, it's not shown on any slide, it's hidden in the file properties, all right? Okay, so anyway, so mine does match my name, so I'm good. It says, if it doesn't match your name, delete the file and download a new copy. In other words, it's saying don't cheat. All right, now, as I always do, I like to see how many steps there are. So, so project steps, these are the ones you get points for. Let me make it just a little bit less big so I can see the numbers over there. All right, so you see project steps. Okay, there you can still see them. So step 1, you were helped. Well, first let's see how many steps there are, because you know I always try to do about half of them so that I show you how to get about 45, 50, or 55 points. So there's one step which has 2 tasks. Another step has 3 tasks. Another step has only 1. Another step has only 1. Another step has 3. Another step, number 6, has 3. Number 7 has 1. Number 8 has 3. Number 9 has 1. Number 10 has 3. Number 11 has 1, and that's it. So there's only 11 steps. So that means I have to do 5.5 steps correctly to give you 50 points, to show you how to get 50 points. I always tell you that I try to purposefully get between 45 and 55 points. So I'll do most likely 6 steps, because 6 is a little bit more than halfway to 11. That would get me into 53, 54, 55, whatever range, all right? Assuming I do them correctly, of course. Okay, and then it always tells you at the end, your presentation should look like the final figure on the following page. So just like with Excel, where at the end they showed you what the spreadsheet should look like, and just like Word, where they showed you what the Word document should look like, here they're showing you, this is called slide sorter view, where they can show you, they're small pictures, but it shows you every slide in the presentation file. And you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total slides, okay? 8 total slides. So we go on up here, 8 slides. Now on ours, which is on the right side, remember that left is the instructions, there's only 7 slides. So that means one thing you're going to have to do is insert a new slide, and probably that new slide you'll insert that JPEG file on it. Remember the JPEG file, this file, okay? So I'm going to close this one down now because you should never have it open when you're inserting. So what you're going to do when you insert this is you're going to then obviously click the insert, right? And it's going to be a picture, and you're going to use the picture from, so image, whatever, here, it's going to be a picture. And then you're going to go to wherever you have that file, okay? And then that's how it's going to be inserted. But it's based on what you learn in the PowerPoint Module 1 training, so just do that. Okay, so now back up to do the work. Excuse me. All right, so project step 1. So you are helping Silver River's Chief Engagement Specialist create a PowerPoint presentation for soft skills workforce training. Start by formatting the presentation as follows. Change the theme colors to orange to match company branding. Now, when they're talking about company branding, they're basically pretending, right? So Silver River is a big company, and they have lots of documents that they create, and they want to create all their documents in a certain way, so that they have certain theme colors, certain designs, certain headers, certain footers, certain, maybe pictures that are on every one of their documents or logos or whatever. So in this case, that's what we're pretending to do. So change the theme colors to orange to match company branding. So from my home tab, I want to go to, so theme colors, of course, are in design. And again, if you don't know that they're in design, how do you know? Well, you do it from your training, okay? So themes, and the theme colors are in what this area here called variants. So you click this down arrow, and then you click colors, okay? And we want orange. And you see as I'm hovering, the picture over here is changing. See, that's blue warm. That's what blue warm look like. This is whatever. This is green. This is yellow, yellow orange. But they said orange. So I'm going to click orange. Okay. So now the theme color is orange. I'm going to hit my save. All right. So save this thing. Remember, you need to know where you're saving it, and you have to save it where it ends in the number 2. Watch, I'll do my file save as to show you what it's going to save as. Up here in the top right, SC_PPT19_1A_ John Maloney 2. And you don't see .pptx, but it tells you it's saving it as a PowerPoint presentation, which means it's going to add a .pptx automatically behind the scenes. All right, so that's that. So since I've already saved it, I don't need to do that. I was just demoing that. All right, so I did 1A. So basically, I should get 1/2 credit on this first step. All right, so on slide 1, 1B is on slide 1. I'm on slide 1, by the way, because you can see the reddish or orangey red border around it. So I'm on slide 1. They want me to resize the picture to 13.33 inches wide so that it covers the entire width of the slide. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so I have a bit more room here. All right, so just the same as in Word and the same as in Excel, whenever we work on a picture, you have to click on the picture, okay? And they want, what do they want? The picture. So this is the picture is the whole thing. It's not just this, okay? This is the picture, all right? So we go to picture format, which is up here in the top right side of my screen. It wouldn't be visible unless I've clicked on the picture, okay? So picture format, and here it's got size, and they said change the width. So 13.33 inches wide. So this, if you hover, this one is width. If you hover here, this one is height. We want width. So you can do it from these arrows, but obviously it's better to just type 13.33. So 13.33. You do not need to put the double quotes, which means inch. It'll do that automatically, but you can do it if you want to. So when I enter this picture is the right size now. And by the way, it's going to then alter the top, which is the height, but it doesn't talk about height over here. It just tells you to resize the picture width. And what happens in pictures is normally if you change the height, it'll change the width. If you change the width, it'll change the height in an automatic way so that they look the best based on the new size. So I'm going to enter that. And now you see that goes way over to the right, but that's what they said. And it says here 13.33 inches. Hit your save button. All right. Number 2, on slide 2. So you just go to the slide. Here's slide 2. The slide menu is on this left side. So click number 2, single click, and then you see that it's got the orangey red border now. And they say on slide 2, bold the words hard skills and soft skills to draw attention to them. Well, there's hard skills here in the text, and there's hard skills, soft skills here in the text. Let's see. Oh, and they're saying in the bulleted list. Edit the bulleted list. So this over here is the title part of the slide. So over here, they want this one, in other words. Okay, make that bold. And then this one, soft skills. You can do it from the quick access menu here or just on your home. Obviously, you can go into the group to change your formatting to bold. Okay, so you can just click on it this way. Okay, and as long as you get it selected, it's going to bring up your quick access toolbar, or you can just go up into your font area and make it bold. All right, so I'm going to make this thing here bold. I guess I'll do it this time in the font group, and I'll make it bold. All right, okay, so I did that. That was 2A, bold the words hard skills and soft skills to draw attention to them. Now they say change the font size of the words hard skills and soft skills to 24 point. Remember, I'm in the bulleted list because here it says edit the bulleted lists. These are bulleted lists, okay? And soft skills, even though it doesn't have the dot next to it, that's part of the bulleted list. In other words, interpersonal and how you act are 2 items in the soft skills bulleted list, okay? Same with hard skills. All right, so soft skills, they want it 24 font. So click the font group, and you can do the arrow and just click on 24. So that one's done. And then up here on this one, same thing. Go to your font group, go to 24. That's done. Hit your save again. All right, so we did that. Now it says delete the unnecessary text for a specific job. All right, so you see there's for specific job right here. They don't want this. So I guess this is like somebody editing, right? Somebody finalizing something, and they said, I don't think we need to put for specific job. This is under the hard skills bulleted list. So just technical means a hard skill. So they're just saying basically select it, delete it like that. Okay, so it's delete it, hit the save again. Now, remember what I always say also is look at the picture. So let's scroll down here on the left and look at the picture. We've done 1AB and 2ABC. So let's scroll down and then let's make this bigger. All right, so you see Silver River Career Consultants picture. It's as wide as the whole slide now. They're not showing the rest of whatever might be on this slide, or maybe we're going to be doing more work on this one. But slide 1, the picture is the whole width now. So go up to us and you see the picture is the whole width. This is not the picture, okay? So that's the whole width. Oh, you know what? Actually, they are showing, well, they're going to make a change on that. I don't think this is done yet because this is the picture, what I just did. But it looks like at some point we're going to also be modifying that, that text. All right. Okay. But anyway, it's there. And then on slide 2, you see it says hard. Let me make it bigger again. So technical, but it have, you know, the 3 words we deleted were next to technical. Okay. Hard skills and soft skills still look very small, but they're in bold. And you see on ours, they're small, but they're in bold. Okay. So we've done those 2. So let's make this smaller again. And go back up to, that was number 2. So now we're on number 3. So now it says with slide 2 still displaying. So slide 2 is this one. They're saying enter the text, ask audience for examples, comma, write on flip chart, and period looks like it's in bold, which means that's what they want us to type. You know, when they put things in bold, it's like when they do this thing here.
So you see this is in double quotes. So they're telling us they want to do something with these, but we don't add the double quotes, right? It just means you're working on these two words here, hard skills. So here, if they say enter the text, they don't mean enter this text in bold because it's in bold, but they're saying whatever is in bold. So into the notes pane is not in bold, but ask audience for examples, comma, write on flip chart, and the period to me looks like it's in bold. So that's the text they want us to add. And where do we add it? Into the notes pane. Okay, where's the notes pane? I showed you on slide 1. The notes pane, this file created specifically for John Maloney. So on slide 2, where it says click to add notes, let me pull this up a little bit. I hope it doesn't hurt my grade, but I want you to see it better. So it says click to add notes. So that's where you click. And now you add ask audience for examples, comma, write on flip chart, period. So that's, but I'm not going to make it in bold because again, the bold just is telling me to do this. So it's done. Okay, hit my save button. So all I had to do was add a little statement down there, but you got to spell it the way they do. So capital A on ask, make sure that for after the word examples, you put a comma, like you see up here. After examples, there's a comma, okay? And then after comma, write on flip chart and a period. So I put that with a period. All right, hit the save. See, we're already done 3, and I said I'm going to do 5.5 or 6. All right. Now, number 4, on slide 3, so go to slide 3, right, there's slide 3, hard skill, and I even tell you, hard skills get you hired. So this is, we're on the right slide. They want us to italicize, you almost got to laugh. All right, italicize the text, soft skills, to emphasize it. So there's no, in this case, soft skills on the right side. So obviously, they're not talking about anything other than wherever we see it. So we just just select the 2 words, soft and skills. Okay. Where am I? Number 4. Number 4. And then we're just going to make that italicized. So again, you can just go to the font group and the I, capital I, is for italic. Okay. So now you see they're in italic or it's italicized. Hit the save button. Scroll down and see if slide 3 looks like it's in italics, you know, those 2 words. So slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, make it big. Oh, not that big. All right, so soft skills right here, it's hard to really see it, but for sure it's in italics. Okay, you see soft skills now, maybe you can see a little bit better, but those 2 words are in italics. All the others are not in italics. All right. All right. Make that small again. All right. So back up here. So we've done number 4. That was a pretty easy thing. All right. So that was slide 3. I'm going to make sure I hit the save again. All right. Next, let's see. Slide 4 is done. So 5, insert a new slide 4 using the section header layout. All right. So here's slide 4. So they're saying a new slide 4. In other words, that doesn't mean that we're deleting this one. It means we're going to insert a new slide, and they want that new slide in the position 4. So I could be down here in slide 7, or I could be up here in slide 1. It doesn't matter where I am, but I'm going to insert a new slide, and I'm going to use section header layout. So you just look for it. See here's section header. All right. So I don't want to do it there though. I was just demonstrating, but I could put it there and then I just move it. Okay. So I'm going to go to slide 4 though. So I'm on slide 4 where it says why it matters. And now I'm going to insert a new slide and I'm going to use, this is step 5, 5A, I guess. Insert new slide using the section header layout. So there. Okay, and you see now that's a new slide. Oh, it's okay. All right, so I was on slide 4. What it did is insert the new slide below it. So they want new slide 4. So all you then do is click the slide, hold the mouse button in, and then drag it up above 4. So now it's a new slide 4, And slide 4 is now in position 5. Okay. That doesn't make sense. Let's go look at the picture again. See if slide 5 now says why it matters. So 1, 2, 3, 4. See, slide 5 says why it matters. And slide 4 says communication and something else that I can't see, but I'll go up here and do it. So slide 4, yeah, communication as the title. Okay, so now on slide 4 again, all right, here, this is the title. Click to add title, communication. Oops. Communication. So step 5, I added a section header, new slide. I typed communication as the title, and then in the subtitle, increases productivity. So increases productivity, and you capitalize the I and capitalize the P. And then they say for step 3, underline the words increases productivity. So then select those 2 words and click the U in the quick access toolbar, or just go to your home tab, and in your home tab in the font group, click the U for underscore here. And then click away from it so you see that you do have it in underscore. All right. All right. So, boy, this is a fast one. This is PowerPoint. So, you know, as long as you pay attention, you should be able to do very, very well. All right. So 5, A, B, and C. So I did enter really before A, there is a step, which is insert a new slide. You got to make sure, though, that's slide 4 now, right? When I did it, it was inserted where slide 5 is. Let me again move it to show you. So this is how it looked when I did it. I clicked slide 4 and I inserted. So I did insert new slide. I clicked then on section header. I'm going to get out of it now. I'm not going to do it. And when I did, it came down here. And then I said, oops, that's not what I want. So I clicked it, hold the mouse button in, and moved it just to where it goes above the 4. Then I released it. And now this is the way they want it. Okay, so the old slide 4 is now slide 5. Anyway, all right, so hit the save. So that's 5A, B, C, and again, there are 11 steps. So 5 is not quite enough, so I can do 6A and B, and that should be enough, but I'll do 6A, B, and C. All right, so now, step 6, there's 3 tasks in it. So go to, let's see, on slide 5, all right, so we're on slide 5. Now, increase the indent of 19% succeed by 1 letter. Let me make this a little bit bigger again. Okay, so increase the indent of 19% succeed by 1 level. Okay, so what that means is click over here. Okay, actually, I don't need to select the whole thing. Just click to the left of 19, where you see that my cursor is bouncing, is blinking, just to the left of the 1 in 19. And then it's saying increase the indent. So in other words, they want this thing here to move over to where you see these little bullet things here, like the 26% and the 23%, they're indented. So they're saying increase it by 1 level. So on your home tab, and again, you just can, do it from your trainings, but in any event, it's in the paragraph group. And this one here is increase the list level, which means increase the indent. So I'm going to click it and see now 19% succeed is indented underneath 46%, but it's to the right, similar to how 26% and 23% are indented to the right of the 89%. All right, so that I did. So that's 6A. And now they're saying decrease the indent of 26% cannot accept feedback by 1 level. So decrease. So come here to 26%, do what we did on the other one, click so that your cursor is just to the left of the number 2 in 26. All right, so you see it blinking. Go again into the font group, and we want to, oh wait, where am I saying now? My paragraph group, sorry. I want to now make the 26%, they're saying, decrease it by thing over a little bit, by 1 level. So what that's going to do is make the 26%, so I got to click it again, where the 89% is. All right. So up here, click in that paragraph group. And now we want the one with the left arrow, which says decrease the list level. So now you see 26% is on the left, 89% is on the left, 46% is on the left, 19% succeed. We moved indented 1. 26% used to be indented 1, but we undid it by moving it to the left. And let's see if there's anything else. So that, okay, so now, okay, the last one is select all the text in the placeholder and then change the font. So the text in the placeholder, this, okay, and now we go to change the color, and we want to change the font to, make this go down again. So we want to change the font color to orange, accent 1, darker 25%. Basically, in the themes, we want to go to the 5th column, 5th row. Why are they telling us a hint? Hint. Before completing step 11, the color displays as orange. Okay. After completing step 11, the color will display as blue. Okay, so they're changing the theme color later. All right. Anyway, so for now, I selected that text. Okay, and I'm going to go into the font. Well, the color, yeah, the font of this theme color. They said the 5th column, the 5th row. So if this is 1, since there's a gap, I'm thinking this may be the one. We'll see. Well, let's just look for what it's called. It's called orange. So the 5th row, a 5th column is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th column. So I'm just going to scroll down. This is 2 or 3, it depends. And I want it to say orange, accent 1, darker 25%. Orange, accent this one. So now if I count up, now that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are counting this one as part of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so click that one. So now that's done. I think it's done. What the heck happened here? You know what? I didn't pay attention, but it may have just changed the bullets. Let's see if I can see it down below. All right. This is slide 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there. Yeah. So this is showing as blue, but the whole text did show up. So you know what? I'm going to make this thing bigger. I'm going to drag it this way for a bit so I can kind of see this better. All right, so I'm going to select this text. All right, so that thing there. And in the font, oh wait, no, I'm going to go this way again anyway. All right, so in the font, yeah, it's not showing my orange yet. It's this one, right? That. Okay, now it changed. Okay, so I just had to make this wider so I can kind of see it. Now I'm going to hit my save. All right, now let me make it big. Go back again. Back here. All right. Hit the save again, and let's see where I am. Now make this one over here smaller. All right, so I think that was 6. I'm going to make it smaller still right now. All right, 6, yeah. So I did 6A, B, and C. So I've done in my mind 6 out of the 11 steps, which means I should get about a 53, 54, 55, maybe 56%. So hit the save, right? In your case, you're going to go on to number 7 on slide 6. So you then go to slide 6 right here, okay? And then change the slide layout to picture with caption. So you're going to then have to go in to your slides and change your layout based on training. Very easy to do. All right. So I'm going to hit my save again. Close the file. Always close before you upload. And I don't need the instructions anymore because when I upload it, it's going to, and I get a report. The report will show all the steps, but it'll also have grades. So I'll just close that. All right. So now, remember the next part is always to save the work to Sam. So if you had closed this down, And I know I always demonstrate the same thing again, but so let's pretend you closed it down or the internet went out or whatever. When you come back into the project, so I module 1 SAM project again, it's going to say the same stuff. See, I haven't uploaded it, so there's still 3 submissions allowed. There's still 3 remaining because I didn't do it. So I click start again. You might say, but you already clicked start. Yes, I did, but I haven't submitted the work, so it doesn't matter. And then I come back here. Have I done step 1? Of course I have. I downloaded the instructions. I downloaded the start file, and I downloaded the support file. And then I've been working on the instructions, this thing here, for the first 6 steps, that is. Okay. And now I'm going to click to browse to find the file. And I say always, before you get your file, before you upload the file, please close it down. I closed my PowerPoint. Let me hover to make sure this is the one. It shows 719 at 758. Well, right now it's 719 at 759. So obviously this is the file. I just saved it, and it ends in a number 2. Again, look at the file name down here. Okay, so it ends in a number 2, which is what I want. So I'm going to say open, and now it's uploading it to SAM. So it says the expected file name was sc_ppt19_1a_ my first and last name _2.pptx, but I didn't add the .pptx. Remember that. I just ended it at number 2. And then it says the saved file. Saved file means that's the one that I just clicked on to browse for the file. Okay. And then when I put it in, by browsing it and clicking it, then the saved file's name is sc_ppt19_1a_John_Maloney_2.pptx. So in other words, the saved file that I uploaded matches what they expect it to be. If this one didn't match, then it won't. If this doesn't match this, it won't let me submit it. And note 3 of 3 submissions remaining. So I'm going to now click the submit. And you see how quick it submits or how it grades. It's already graded. And then it says to resubmit the project, close this screen to return to MindTap and relaunch the project. Download your saved file in step 2, edit the file, upload it again, and submit it again. All right, but now you see 2 of 3 submissions remaining because I did submit it, 7:19 at 8 a.m. All right, so now I want the graded summary report. You can also click study guide. I don't tell you guys these things, but you can click to see what your choices are there. So anyway, here's my report. I want to now open the file. Okay, this one, I guess I'll enable editing again. It doesn't really matter probably. Let's see, find the graded summary report on the last slide. So the last slide is now slide 9. They added a new slide. And I got a 54 out of 100. All right, let's see. Oops, that's too big. Why is that too darn big? I want to see what I got on each one to make sure. Okay, so now it's that wide so I can kind of show hopefully everything. All right, so let's see. So step 1 said change the theme colors to orange. And on slide 1, resize the picture to 13.33 inches wide. I got 9 out of 9, which means it was done right. Okay, slide 2, 3 steps. Edit the bulleted list as follows. 9 out of 9. Obviously, it's easy. I bolded the words hard skills. I bolded the word soft skills. I changed the font of the words hard skills, and I changed the font of the words soft skills to 24 point, and I deleted that unnecessary text for specific job. Okay, so that was 9 out of 9. Then number 3, I showed you here. See, it says, just as a demo, ironically, at the bottom of this slide, it says click to add notes, right? Every slide where it says click to add notes, that's underneath the slide content. And technically, they're called speaker notes, so that if you're running this presentation, these you can make it so that the audience doesn't see these notes. Remember the one we added a note for said something to the effect of write something on a flip chart, whatever. I don't remember it now, but it's whichever one we have here. Anyway, so it was done, right? So 9 out of 9. Oh, ask audience for examples right on flip chart. So number 3 step was that. So that was what we had to do. All right, and I've got 9 out of 9 on that. Number 4, Well, italicize the text, soft skills. Boy, that was a difficult one, right? All I had to do here was select the soft skills words on slide 3 again, and then italicize those 2 words, soft skills. 9 out of 9. All right, number 5. Excuse me. Insert a new slide 4 using the section header layout. This one might have been trickier because we had to insert the slide, but you had to put it in the right place. So remember, when they said a new slide 4, this didn't mean delete the old slide 4. You had to just basically click anywhere and put new slide and click section header. Okay, doesn't matter where you were, but then wherever that slide is, then you click it, you hold it down, and you move that slide up so that it is going to be in position 4. It said, yeah, a new 4, so that it's in position 4, slide 4. All right. All right. So anyway, and I entered communication as a title. I entered increases productivity as a subtitle. And I underlined the words increases productivity. All right. So that was 9 out of 9. And then the last one I did was number 6. On slide 5, modified the bulleted list text as follows. I increased the indent of 19% succeed. I decreased the indent of 26% cannot accept feedback. And then I selected all the text in the placeholder and I changed the font color to orange, accent 1, darker 25%. It's showing that way now, but then they're telling you hint before completing 11. So that's 6, doing step 6 is obviously before step 11. So in other words, now the color displays as orange. So if I go up to mine, slide 5, see all this text over here is orange because I changed it, right? I went to the font group for text. I did the theme colors, and this is the one I picked, which was the 5th column and the 5th row under theme colors, okay? And then it changed to orange. But I actually want to see what step 11 says because they're changing it for some reason. Where is my instructions again? Oh, that's what I just opened mine again. No, where's my, this is my report, right? No, it's not the report. Yeah, it's a report. Okay, so the report I said still includes the instructions, I thought. Anyway, I guess it doesn't include the instructions. I wanted to just see what the heck we were going to do. But it's not a big deal. You're just going to be changing the theme color for that part of, whenever you're told to do it. So anyway, that is giving you 54 points. I think it was 54. Yeah, 54 points just for doing those first 6 steps. All right. So have a great day. I'm going to stop the presentation now over here. Click here. And I'm going to stop the recording. Have a great day. I'll see you Wednesday night, July the 20th.